And we are live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram. It's great to be here. This is GDP Live for December 16th, 2020. Snowdown 2020 officially. We are having winter storm. Quarantine snow is happening right now. Flakes started to fall minutes before I came up here and originally intended on starting the stream, which was about 12 minutes ago. But then also YouTube was being a cocksucker and wouldn't let me start the stream. So I typed two very detailed descriptions and now no description on this one, just a title, Snowdown 2020, baby. We're here. We're here to talk about what's up, Ron? Other Ron, how's it going, pal? Thanks again for, by the way, how do you say your name? Could you write it phonetically in the chat there? Because I feel like I want to make sure I give a proper plug, but it's at Ron Berendro, right? Like confident Berendro. He does great portraits and excellent work. And follow that guy at Ron Berendro. Other Ron in the chat. And number one Ron in my heart right now. Since Ron Kane's not here, guys. Just don't tell him. But you're number one in my heart right now because you do excellent work. I love Ron. Other Ron. He might be other Ron now. Just a heads up. Hold on. Here it is. Herandro. Oh man, I was way off. Great work either way. At RONBERINDRO. Barindro. Yo, I nailed it. Oh, sweet. Okay. Now, see, it's all those words of the day. That's what it is. It's all those words of the day. That's what's getting me all literate. Oh, hey, how's it going, Ron? How's it going, buddy? What's going on? What is this? This is weird. It's giving me all kinds of weird updates here. All technology is fucked up right now because I think everybody's at home waiting for the winter storm. So if you are stuck at home today and you've probably already binged everything that you were going to regularly watch anyway, like any of the shows like Mandalorian or what is the other one? What's the one with the lady and Hugh Grant in the something or other, Unjust or on something or other? Watch it. Yeah, those. See, who knows? But you know what I do know? Hacks, starring John Montague spelled. Follow him at or also at Hacks Comedy Golf. You can catch up on some past episodes. They're all on Instagram here on live right here where we are at Baby Mermaid Productions. You can pound off in the chat. While you're there, you can kind of float around, follow Hacks, watch some episodes, or you can watch it here on YouTube. If you're here, there's a playlist right here on the channel, right where you are right now. And if you are watching this, please hit like, please hit subscribe, please get notifications so that every time we do go live, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I think I'm going to add Sunday evenings when I stream with my buddy Andy for What About with Andy and Pat. Stay tuned for that. I don't know for sure, but that's going to be on Instagram Live most likely. So catch up on some hacks. New episodes of Falls Count everywhere. Anywhere. See, this is why the words of the day may not be working because I have too many words in my head now. But Falls Count Anywhere, new episodes every Monday. They premiere right here at Baby Mermaid Productions YouTube channel, and new episodes of Proper Ebonics now coming out. We're getting pretty consistent here, baby. We got episodes coming out every week. We got one in the can. We got one out that just came out yesterday. Check it out. There's a playlist there too. I appreciate everybody watching. I just recorded an episode of the Human Interaction podcast with Andrew Hamilton just last night. That should be coming out Christmas Eve, he said. So check that out. Check that podcast out. He's had past guests of friends of the shows of the network. Alan Massenberg and Kurt Griffiths, I believe. I don't know who else he's had on there. I believe Chris. He's tried to schedule me a couple times, but he says he always just cancels it. I don't know why. Maybe he doesn't want to talk to me for real. I don't know. I'm trying not to think too much about that. But either way, check out the Human Interactions podcast with Andrew Hamilton. At least the Christmas Eve edition, because that's me and him talking about aliens. I try to teach him about making lists. It's really interesting. It's going to be a fun conversation that I got to sit down and talk with a buddy buddy of mine I haven't seen in a while, and because I don't really, even when mics were open and stuff like that, we weren't even really hitting the same mics. I don't know how much he really gets out anymore. I haven't really talked to him in a while, so it was kind of nice to catch up with Hambone. Oh, Bozo. Oh, Hitler tits, baby hips himself, slender butt. I don't remember all of his nicknames, but check out Andrew Hamilton online, trying comedy. Oftentimes he tries comedy, but he's not too bad at podcasting. Check him out. Also, if you're checking out other people's podcasts, if you just maybe you're catching up during this winter storm, maybe doing some cleaning, maybe you're cleaning up around the house, you want to listen to some audio podcasts, listen to Panties in the Mouth with Nate Marshall and Amy Malafarina. That's a great audio podcast. You can also check out A Boy in His Fridge with Manny Santiago and Mike O'Donnell. You can also check out, what's the other one? DNR Podcast. That's one I listen to with Damian Robinson and Ron Kane, pounding off in the chat, I believe, right now. I'll catch up on the chat. I want to make sure I get all my plugs. Manny, what's going on, buddy? Buddy? Wait, hold on. What did I miss? I don't know if I missed anything. Manny's pounding off in the chat. Hold on. I want to see if I can catch up on here. I don't know if I can get it on this screen. Should be able to, but I'm not. I don't think I'm able to. Let's see here. Doesn't look like. Oh, maybe. Here we go. Look at that. There we go. All right. I hope this podcast turns into you just plugging other podcasts. Essentially, that's what it is right now. You know what I mean? Like that is definitely. I got the chat up here, so I can actually. Let's see if I can actually watch it on here. Can I open this in a new tab? Look at this. Look, I'm producing right before your eyes. You guys are seeing it. Associate producer John Montag is in the chat as well. He's pounding off. Don't want the video. Let me get this over here. So I should be able to do that. Don't know if I can do this here. Nope. Lost it. There we go. Either way, people pounding off in the chat all the time. I feel like, hold on. I saw other Ron pounding off pretty hard over here. Let's see here. Boo, snow. You don't like the snow? That's okay. I know you guys don't like snow. Cody's here. What's going on, Cody? I'm stuck at home every day. Yeah. I mean, it's quarantine. It's a snowstorm in a quarantine, so it's not really super helpful. Let's see here. Regular Ron is here. Ew, regular Ron. Yuck. Is that what? Maybe we'll just call him like Ron. Ron regular, and then there's other Ron, or like original Ron. I don't know. We call him the OR. Who knows? And thank you. Hell yeah. Thanks, other Ron. Yeah, I nailed it. So it's Barindro. So Ron Barindro, BERINDRO at Ron Barindro. Follow him on Instagram for some awesome fucking artwork. He does that weird face swap technology thing that it creeps me out every time I see it. It looks so crazy unnatural. But let's see here. What do we got? Other regular Ron. Yeah, Manny's here. He's pounding off the comments because he hates the snow. But I gotta tell you, Manny, I can't side with you there, bud. I love the snow. I'm so excited. I'm excited because, again, like I said, none of us have anything to do, really. I mean, yeah, a lot of us are working from home. Maybe some of us have, jobs that we're driving back and forth. I know Dom's at her real job right now, helping them. Actually, they're going to be closing soon. So then the store's closed. You don't have to worry about your phone ringing or anything. You just have some wine, hang out, don't do anything. Just drink, sit at home. So yeah, hell yeah. Boo, snow, yeah, but yay, Manny. John likes Manny, but he also hates snow. I don't know. Is Jersey? I've from what I heard, Philly was only supposed to get like a couple inches, if you know what I'm talking about. Make cookies, right? Karen's pounding off in the comments. I keep getting booted to premium ROM. John, I love you, buddy. John Montag. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, sir. I hope this podcast. Okay, perfect. We're up to date. I wanted to make sure I pounded out. I was spending the first fucking like 20 minutes of the show here. Actually, sorry. 10 minutes of the show just plugging other podcasts. But seriously, if it's like I wanted to make a conscious effort of being able to I wanted to have the like to listen to, like, I don't know, be the change you want to see, like, in the world. Like, if you want people to check out your podcast and genuinely get involved with it, because that's what I want this to be. I want this has been a fun outlet for me to, like, to kind of flex some, like, stand-up comedy muscles when, like, I'm not able, and I'm literally not flexing stand-up muscles right now. I'm sitting down, but either way, like, let's not get too nitpicky. But, like, this has been a cool thing. So, like, this feels, I want it to feel like kind of like that, like a hang or something like that, but it's also a show feel. So, like, this has been cool that people have been interacting with the show and pounding off and joining the show. John's been doing fucking great photoshops, honestly, and I'm getting reactions from people. I was in a Starbucks yesterday, and two people were telling me how much they love, friends of mine. They were telling me, oh man, those posts, they particularly loved the one with me as a little baby swinging holding a kitty cat, that Photoshop, John, and also most recently the word of the day graphic that he made for the show for anytime we do word of the day. I wanted to kick it off in spectacular fashion and have it be the Photoshop, so everybody gets the detail and sees the work, the wonderful work that John Montag, associate producer of GDP Live, does for us. And I can't thank you enough, buddy. Follow him as well. Montague spelled, Montag said. Boom. I'm giving him taglines. I'm giving him everything. We got pounding off in the comments here. John saying we are only getting war. That's wet ass rain. That's terrifying. That's terrifying to say there's war in New Jersey, because that means either a bunch of grandmother's gravies, that's going to spill in the street, or it just means that wet ass rain. So Cody's also pounding off. Who's pounding off here? You are. You just pounded off. See, that's the thing. That's the beauty of GDP Live, Cody, is when you're asking who's pounding off, there's three fingers pointing back at you, pounding right back at you, buddy. Montague. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a fucking way to spell your name, bud. If you can go by Montague, but if you spell it that way, I feel like that's cool. We were talking about that recently. John received a company Christmas card from Baby Mermaid Productions, thanking him for all that he does, and it is signed with the legal last name, which is a conscious effort, or a conscious decision of mine in the past, where I decided to go by what is my legal middle name, and to say, okay, well, this is because it's just easier to say. And then, like, I made the joke with John that I I realized that a couple years into my comedy career, that or my comedy let's say attempt at a career, a couple years in, I realized that nobody necessarily wants to hear from a fat white guy with a beard and two first names. So, like, I should have kept the name that was hard to pronounce. It might have given me a little bit more of an interesting, but it was just an effort of saying, like, I've dealt with my entire life, every single roll call, every single time somebody tries to pronounce my name, they do it incorrectly. And it was one of those things of, like, I personally, just because I didn't want to have to continue to correct people, or to say, like, actually it's this, or actually it's that, or whatever it may be. It's kind of I don't know. It's weird. I totally took a completely interesting topic, a great conversation starter off the table. But it's a conversation starter. It's a great conversation starter for them. They get to have a different conversation. I didn't want to have that same conversation every time. Do you know what I mean? So it was just out of convenience and out of laziness, I guess, because I didn't want to have to explain it over and over and over and over and over and over, to say, actually it's this, or, like, write jokes about it. I don't want to have to write jokes about how to say my name. I don't know. It's not like I don't care if that, I didn't want to have to do that, because, like, I didn't want to have to do the work of saying, like, because it seems weirder when it's a fat white guy correcting you on how to say his name. Do you know what I mean? It's like, then, like, people are going to accuse me of mansplaining my own name. I don't even understand it. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, I felt like it overall, maybe I'm just overthinking it, but it was that was for some reason the thought I gave it. So I don't know. But yeah, John's pounding off here. Thanks, buddy. It's fun making the photoshops for you. I mean, it's great. And honestly, last night I even gave him last night I was like, oh, here, I think it should be something like this. And immediately we are seeing eye to eye where like he gets it. He's like, and that's what I want. I want this to be something for people, like just like-minded people that like, I love a fucking silly thing. I don't mind talking politics and shit like that or whatever, but I'm heavy into this playlist. I'm heavy into the politics of this playlist because people are like, and I'll update the playlist. I have just only 4 artists that I've been able to go over recently that to see if I could add or not. But obviously, I'm gonna have more than enough time with all the snow coming in, so I'm gonna catch up on some of that because, like I said, I already listened to all these podcasts. I was just giving you guys the suggestions to listen to these other podcasts while the world is becoming a winter wonderland up here in the Northeast for all my Northeast folks. So Ron, original Ron is pounding off in the in the comments. New Jersey is not good enough to deserve snow. Only pure acid rain for New Jersey. I mean, not the part that John lives in. I gotta say, I do agree with you. Newark can get the acid rain all day, but I think that's mostly in the weather report there. Ron Kane, Central PA is essentially one big half shut down truck stop. So slow down, buddy, is what Montague Comedy is saying. Montague spelled Montag said. Karen's pounding off. I would I would love to accuse you of mansplaining. Yeah, I know. Karen. Okay, by the way, I don't know if Karen's allowed to uh, uh accuse us of, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Is that like, who knows? Everybody's allowed to do anything, right? We got other Ron pounding off. What's the link to the playlist again on Spotify? Well, uh, if you had been able to access one of the 2 at least, full, very detailed descriptions I was able to write and then not able to share when I tried to do this live stream on time, believe it or not, today, you would be able to see it there, but it will be in the it is in the comments of, or sorry, the description of the all of the videos that are saved on the playlist on the GDP live playlist, or Gross Domesticated Podcast for actually what it's named, on the YouTube page at Baby Mermaid Productions. Baby Mermaid Productions on YouTube for all of that, but also I will share the link in the can I do that actually? Yeah, I think I can do it here. Let me see if I can share it here. Yeah, look at that. Boom. There you go. That's the link. That's the link to the playlist. Go to follow it if you want. It's just what I'm doing. The only work I'm trying to do here is just trying to get a definitive list, kind of a playlist for any occasion. When we're allowed to have occasions again, this playlist, hopefully, scientifically, should be able to be played for anybody, because that's what I want. It's artists that have their 10 most popular songs on Spotify are either so recognizable or so likable that you feel you confident you could play them for 10 people and they would either like or recognize, like couldn't really deny that they were hits. They may not love them, but you can't really say like, no, this is garbage. And then even if you do, I feel like that's still just a conversation starter again. This is a playlist for when the before times become the again times again. So like this is in hopes that when things get back to normal, we can all have a fun playlist that we can have another thing that we won't argue about. I'm so fucking tired of arguing with people. I mean, not really. I kind of like it, but John's pounding off in the comments here. Yeah, anything they want, Pat. Like call the cops, yell at someone else's toddler, speak to a manager. Right? Okay, yeah, they can do anything. Okay, well, that's fine. Karens do it all. Well, that's good to know. I mean, it's good to realize that Karens can do everything. But it was it was very I don't know. I had some eye-opening contenders that was trying to work on actually just right before the show, and this is interesting to me. So I kind of took a there's like one or two artists on here that like I was like Limp Bizkit is one of them. Uh, Limp Bizkit is technically a contender. They're on the playlist. That's a big swing for me because yes, me, Manny, Youngblood, Dom, like all of us, yes, we all love that. That was what we grew up on somehow, one way or another, or one album or another had an effect positively on us at a time in our life. I like how I'm speaking of this like it is truly incriminating to say I openly support Limp Bizkit, but uh, but I feel like it's not that big of a stretch to say like I want to say that like at least like you've again this is maybe it's been at a hockey game you've been at, maybe it's been at another sporting event or uh I don't know. Like again, one of them, I think Limp Bizkit doesn't Limp Bizkit. I joked about this with Andy because ironically enough, on our next episode of What About with Andy and Pat, we are going to be going over. I can't remember the exact name. I believe it is chocolate starfish in the hot dog flavored water. Is that correct? I believe I nailed that one. Is that right? That was not necessarily my Limp Bizkit. I was the OG Limp Bizkit, much like the OG Ron or anything like that. There's a connect, sure, with the artist. I like that I'm calling Limp Bizkit, you know, the artist formerly known as Limp Bizkit. And mine was the Nookie years, the Nookie album. That was the one that I was like, whoa, what's this? So it's not necessarily, I'm not even saying it's a guilty pleasure. It's not a guilty pleasure. That's not what I'm saying. I got some more pounding off here. Other Ron saying everyone loved Limp Bizkit in 1998 to 2000. Yes. Or yeah, or you're liars, right? Like that's bullshit. John's pounding off in the comments. Put Limp Bizkit on at your holiday Christmas gathering and tell me how your aunts and uncles react. I'm telling you, I think they would like it. John, that's what I'm saying. It's a big swing. Try it out. If you're going, honestly, they're going to fucking die anyway. You're going to give them COVID because you're hanging out with them on Christmas. Everyone knows that. So play Limp Bizkit. You're not going to have to face them in a couple months. You know what I mean? If you're hanging out with them, get face to face with them and like lip sync the entire album intensely in their face. That's what I suggest for you this holiday season. Do that. Let's see how Christmas gathering. Let's see, Ron. Cody's pounding off. I liked that one time when their rhymes here with here rhymed. Yeah, it's all right, Cody. I gotcha. Cody was see how quickly karma bit you right on the ass, Cody. Autocorrect karma bit you on the ass when you're trying to come at the biz, bruh. The biscuit came at you. Okay. John, original Ron's saying Limp Bizkit is considered fine art by Juggalo. Now take it easy. I would look. One of the guys in the band paints his face. One of the guys paints his face, Ron. Now I'm looking right at the Instagram chat. I'm reading it here, but I'm watching you, motherfucker. Original Ron, you compare me to a Juggalo because I like fucking Limp Bizkit. They are leaps and bounds different. Leaps and bounds. Don't ever. John Montag as pounding off in the comments. Well, you have Florida aunts and uncles. Okay, that's true. Actually, no. Most of my family, surprisingly enough, this is a little known fact about the Georges. Wink, wink. Unless you get mail from me. By the way, I just a quick sidebar on the name thing, especially with the mail. The reason I've discussed many times wanting to it's a joke. It's completely a joke. I'm not in no means inciting violence, but sometimes I do joke about wanting to fight my mailman because there was one case where I I was like, well, I got the business coming through the home. I got the home office here. I got my home studio. I got my home everything. I should when I start ordering things, if I want to start writing shit off on taxes and do stuff like that, I got to start doing things like uh using my stage name and like with the company's name and all this other stuff, right? So I had a thing addressed to Pat George, and my mailman, and you know how you can track a package and you get the thing that says like hey, your package is going to be here tomorrow, or your package is going to be here another day, or another day, or we tried to deliver it but where are you? And I'm like, I'm fucking here all the time. I'm yes, maybe I have headphones on and I'm like paying very intently, I'm editing something or whatever, but like other than that, I'm strolling around talking to cats here, man. Like I'm borderline like a shut in at this point. And because this was during quarantine when this happened. And that might have been part of my anger. Who knows? Could have been a little jittery. Um, but multiple times. And then finally one day, actually I was recording Falls Count Anywhere here at the in the Caddick, and in the W. Robertson Memorial Caddick. I apologize. I got it wrong, buddy. He's right over there. Uh I I I wanted it to be clear to like I think I explained this whole entire story to Manny and Youngblood like that day. But I was setting everything up. I was setting the camera up and everything, and we were hanging out pre-proing and stuff. And all of a sudden, I hear the doorbell, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And I hear it like once or twice, and I was go, all right, well, let me go check it, because I'm a weird guy. I don't like answering the phone if I don't have the number saved, and I don't like answering the door if I'm not expecting somebody. So it's one of those things of like, there's ways to catch it. Like leave a voicemail. Let me know. I'll listen to the voicemail. If I don't have the number saved, I listen to the voicemail. If it's somebody like saying, hey, this is me. I got your number from blah blah blah. Oh, okay, well, whatever. But I heard the doorbell and I was like, all right, this should be enough time. Whoever that is probably gone now. So I went downstairs and I went to the front door and I opened the door, and the mailman was just standing there, and he was getting ready to like he was like getting ready to leave, and I was like, what it's going. He's like, oh, hey, I was trying to deliver this, but I wasn't sure if this person, I didn't recognize the name. And I was like, but the address is the same though, right? And the first name is the same. And like, what's the confusion here, man? Like, just assume. And he goes like, I didn't recognize the name. So now that has just only brought up the super spiteful Pat inside me. It's awakened it so deeply, and I've garnered a lifetime enemy in the mailman now, because the fact that he every time he delivers mail that doesn't go to our house, I go, that's weird, because this, he goes, I've been delivering here for like 3 years, 5 years, or whatever it's long. I've never seen this name. And it's like, that's why you didn't deliver, because you didn't see just that. You saw everything else. The name, first name, same, address the same, everything else is the same. It's addressed to this home. Fucking leave it here, bro. Every time I get my neighbor's mail or anybody else's mail, I'm like, hey man, like you've been delivering 5 years. Oh boy, huh. How could you ever do that? It just gets me so spiteful. So I don't know exactly. Hold on a second. We got tons of pounding off here in the comments. The real measure how much Fago is consumed while the music is playing. I believe 0 for Limp Bizkit. We're just getting back to the ICP and Limp Bizkit comparison. Reverse the I. Ignore that typo. See, we're getting a ton of autocorrect karma in the chat, and that's so funny that it's literary karma on this show. That's just funny to me. Reverse the image horizontally behind you. It'll show it accurately. Oh, this one right here. If you want this, that sounded like an order. It was totally just a passive suggestion. You can be associate producer, Otherron. You do great art. I love the art. If John could start photoshopping the head that you make of like the portrait that you did, that head on all the things, that would be fucking crazy looking. It would not look natural for sure. I'm not giving. See, now it seems like I'm giving John orders, but see that now it happens. So that's what I'm saying. Don't beat yourself up over it. But this image here, you want it to be horizontal, you said? What was that? Reverse the image But I delete the. I guess you're right. I should probably actually. You know what I should do? Should probably. I've made backgrounds for the show, and I didn't even put it up. I don't know what the hell. I see when I start doing photoshops and stuff like that. I'm the one. There we go. Let me open this up. Have that open. And then I will. How about this? I'll just have a whole new background and see if this one works. How about that? Does that work? Or is that not what you're talking about? Probably not. Who knows? John's pounding off. Damn, are you making me work and to keep my job now? No, buddy. Has full approval and use of the image of mine. Awesome. That's cool. See, that's a verbal contract. See if this works. If you like this, I'd probably not what you're talking about, but who knows? But why was I talking about the mail again? I want to know that. I want to know how I got back to that. But I wanted to fight the mailman. But that was so that was frustrating to me to get that shit delivered immediately to fuck. What was that? Why was I talking about the fucking mailman? Was it being somehow we got this is where I like to this is what I like to call drowning in a sea of consciousness, because I absolutely somehow got from let me give you a quick update. Oh yeah, by the way, Limp Bizkit's on there. Don't you dare call me a juggalo. By the way, I want to beat up my mailman. I don't know how exactly I got there. He's just saying that the image is flipped. Words are reading left to right. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I think, yeah. Thanks, Cody. See, Cody's old school Buddha Boys listener. He knows my kind of dumb. He's got like special needs patience with me, kind of like Chris had. Again, I think those are still up. I'm not sure if old Buddha Boys episodes are up or not, but go check those out, because the report, the amount, because Chris is I don't think I'm speaking too much out of school. I believe old co-host of the show, Chris William, was absolutely a special needs teacher. So he does literally have special needs education experience. And it's really interesting how much I was able to learn, like to look at, like in retrospect, like look back and say things like retrospect and actually kind of know what that means. And I think that's because of Chris. So if there are episodes of Buddha Boys still available online, I do have all the episodes and everything like that. And I have used, John's pointed out in the past, I used some of the songs that I created for that for break music. So let me see if I can finish. I'll do this live to see if I can, to add to the comedy and the production, see if I can flip this. What is it? Horizontally, you said? Let me find out. It's not Hitler. Shut up, John. That's not my name. Don't you ever do that. It's because I don't use my real. Hold on a second. Damn, you're making me work. He's just saying the image. Okay. Because you don't use your real last name. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Thanks, John. Hold on a second. I should play music for this, right? Let me see here. How about this one?
Cool. Wow. Cool. Fucking rethink yourself, you idiot. Cool. Wow. Fucking rethink yourself, you idiot. Cool. I have taken
wipe my asshole
big enough that my hand, any amount going in the toilet, would have hit it.
Cool. That's too much poop. You should see a doctor.
Cool. Fucking rethink yourself, idiot. Cool. No, not this show, Pat.
Ramirez here.
Cool. Fucking rethink yourself, idiot.
He's family.
Cool. Not this show, Pat.
Ramirez here. He's family.
Fucking rethink yourself. Wow. Cool. Cool. Wow. Cool. Rethink yourself. Wow. Idiot.
Mirror the image in the graphic? Oh, not rotated, mirrored. Gotcha. Okay, I don't know. Let me see here. Mirror. Ba, ba, ba. There we go. Nope. Ooh, there's big words here. Antonate. Animate. Adjust size. Show magnifier. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I don't mind it being backwards. It's really not that big of a deal to me. Uh, I will, and honestly, I would probably, it would still be more entertaining to probably try that. Wait, hey, know what? You know what I think, buddy? The image looks just fine. I mean, we all know where we are at and what we're watching. Yeah, yeah, it's very on brand. It makes sense. Plus, I erased this anyway. You know what I mean? Like it shows up correct on YouTube if I remember correctly. So if you would like to see it the correct way, this is just a tease right over here. This is just for you to go like, what does that say? It's backwards. I can't tell. It's kind of like a puzzle. It's like your daily puzzle. It's the same one, but yeah. Overall, that's a live catch by John Montag. Knowing that it's very easy for me to get distracted, but needless to say, Limp Bizkit's in the playlist, and if you don't like it, listen to the playlist. Tell me how it flows with it. Maybe you have a Florida aunt that loves Limp Bizkit. Maybe you like something else. I don't know. But we'll be streaming about the hot dog flavored water, my friend, this Sunday, whatever day that is, coming up at 7 p.m. on Andy's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Andy Malafarina. That is, I will spell that, Malafarina. So in summation, I like to make songs out of farts. Chris is the best human. There's been additions to the playlist, and here's what they are. I took a big swing with this one with Biggie Smalls. It's a thing where, again, playlist in a background. Let's say at a family occasion, you're not necessarily jamming the music, but maybe you are. Maybe your family likes hip hop. Maybe you likes whatever. But I think the key to why Biggie works is because the samples and loops used are, I believe, more accessible, like to maybe an older crowd. Let's just say, right? So like there's I think a lot of, you know, because one of the songs is give me the loot. So obviously there's going to be things, but if you're in there may be hiccups, who knows? But I took a big swing by adding them, much like Limp Bizkit. I will never add ICP, but Biggie Smalls is somebody that I felt confident adding to the list because musically, I feel like unless your parents are like been under a rock, for fuck's sake, they you got to be like somewhat into some of the music. It's good music. It's good shit, because some of the songs actually I didn't even I don't know if there was any one of them that I didn't know necessarily, but I wasn't as familiar with as other ones. But the hits are the hits, and the hits play again, like I said, in arenas. Top five. If it was top five, I would say 100% you could play this for everybody, and if they don't like it, you can get the fuck out of the party. That's kind of the key. But I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? We need Damien YB. I don't know what that is. Oh, hold on a second. Welcome to. I don't know what this is. Did I do something wrong? What did I do here? Welcome to diet. Oh man, why are you putting those words in there? I don't know those words. DIMRE Diamrim. What? Wow. See that? Who knows? John's doing that with the backwards words now. I don't like it. He's absolutely right. We don't know where we are because John, it is very, like, when you just type it like that, if that's really how, I don't know why it doesn't bother me as much as it does, but I can totally see why. And I will absolutely have that mirrored. Trust me. But I think the merch, absolutely. If anything, that should just be like, that could be the photo. If you want to do Photoshop of GDP Live. See, now I'm giving notes again. I want John to have the freedom to do his art. But Ron, hey, other Ron, if you want to design some kind of merch like that, if you would like to do that, I would love to see how much it would cost to do some. What merch So this is something. This is a bit that I tried to do during the pandemic, and we'll get back to the playlist. Don't worry, I'm not getting too sidetracked. I'm not losing my place here. But merch is a serious option because I'm somebody who I right now I'm wearing somebody's merch. Weeding Out the Stoned. See it? Weeding Out the Stoned is a game show. Got I would say friend, pal, acquaintance, comedian out of New Jersey, from Philly originally, I believe. Actually, I don't know. I think he lives in Jersey the whole time, but he just performs all over the place. But Weeding Out the Stone is a game show that I've been a contestant on, as far as or a participant in, maybe a panelist. Let's say it's a game show where I believe out of a group, I don't know I can't remember the exact number. I think it does vary because he was doing them over Zoom for a while too during the pandemic. He was a guest on a past episode of GDP, and he talked to me and Dom one day. He was kind enough to give us about an hour or so of his time, and he's a great dude. It's a fun game show, but the basic explanation of the game show is there's a group of panelists. I believe it's like 12 or 13 people, and all of which are stone except for one. And there are a series of games played, and there are contestants that try to guess, or there is a contestant that tries to guess at the end of it, basically who is the stone person or who isn't the stone person. So there are I believe I explained that right. I really hope I did. I've been on the show. See, that's the thing. I guess which one I was. And that's the thing is that's kind of the fun part, because I think I was never approached to be the person that wasn't, but I think there were people that either maybe you just assumed did. I believe I was on the show one time with Chris Wood, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you smoke, right?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, it's just cool because you're like, "Oh yeah, sometimes you can just be weird." Shout out to Chris Wood. Let's see, Pat can barely read, and now you're doing this. Yeah, see, that's not. I feel like that's you should be nice, but I feel like it's okay. You are. Hey, what's going on, guys? How's it going? Casey's pounding off. No, Lynn's here. What's up, Shay? Everybody snowed in. Everybody's. I don't know who's at home. Who's at home right now? But we're talking about merch. We're talking about designing merch with poor grammar on it for the show. And I don't know. I love hats personally. I know a lot of people like shirts and like hoodies and things like that. But I would love if other Ron, if you want to make some kind of design or anything like that, is what do you think people would buy most? Should I make, because like I thought for sure I had a thought that I would have, like, shirts are one thing, but like I want it to be I want it to, again, I want it to be a cool looking shirt. John and I are huge fans of merch. So much so that we actually we were talking actually earlier today in a group chat. It was Youngblood, myself, and John, and we were talking about it's basically just we like talking about sports jerseys, retro jerseys, specialty merch, stuff like that. So we like to oftentimes snowed in since March. Yeah, right. But there's a like there's supply and demand, but also like there's certain things that like I want to think about. Like I like the design of this shirt, and I would wear this shirt not only to support a pal of mine, but also because I like the color of it, the feel of it's cool, like, stuff like that. I take that stuff into consideration. So whatever the merch would be, I would want it to be practical and or comfortable if it's something you wear, or cool looking, so you don't feel like a dork that's just like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, like there's something about like you want it to be something that they can get 100% behind, that they would wear, and like either, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know if like we are like very weird like merch snobs, John, myself, and Youngblood, and Manny too, for real. Like all of us, like I don't know honestly why Manny's on the group chat. I'll fiddle around with some ideas and send to to Montag for a few in a few weeks. Honestly, this is I don't wear anything with a logo. I only wear blank tees or tees from other creatives like you. Oh wow, okay, so yeah, other run. So that's the thing is I feel like that's kind of what I want to go. I want to go that route where it's like if I can, whatever platform I may have, I want to fucking rise some friends up. You know what I mean? So because I thought it was there's a weird thing where it's where is how do you know you're merch worthy? I think you have to make the merch, right? At a certain point, you eventually, and it has to be something, but I want it to be something that would be not even like crowdfunded in a way, not crowdfunded, but like crowd created. And that's the thing is what design something that you would wear because I feel like we're like-minded. So if you'd wear it, I'd probably wear it. We may not have the exact same taste or maybe same color palette, but I like the shit you do. You like the shit I do. That's cool. Let's wear each other's shit. And if there's a way that we could support each other on one piece of shit, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. That's not what I mean. I mean one piece of clothing or article of merch. Maybe it's a hat. Yeah, sure. But if you have all those things, if you're saying like, oh, cool, this guy did this guy does this, and then this person does this, check this thing out every blah, boom, there you go. You know what I mean? Bada bing. It's like I'm doing a fucking like weird mobster commercial. Yeah, you go to a bada boom, you get a bada bing, and then you bada boom. You know? Ron, other Ron's pounding off. Hey, Jesus, some more in the comments. If I'm going to be a walking billboard, I'd rather advertise for cool people and not multi-million-dollar companies. I totally agree, and that's honestly one thing that I tried to do at the beginning of this, the shutdown, the quarantine, whatever the fuck we're calling it anymore. At the beginning of the terrible pandemic year of 2020, I was thinking like, okay, so and obviously not all of us had the exact same experience. There, thank you very much, Casey. This is a friend of mine, Alex Grubarb's show. You should check out Weeding Out the Stoned. It's a game show that he does, and I believe there's also a Patreon model built behind it. And trust me, even if you want to just do the introductory one, I can tell you with all confidence, it is worth it to check that out because it's cool as shit. So check out Alex Grubarb and anything that he does. He's the one that's from his thing. So there's cool things like that. Like fuck, I did lose my train of thought there. Fuck, I feel like I was really on a roll there. Fuck, Baby Mermaid Productions. Oh yeah, if I'm gonna be a walking billboard, yeah. So I tried to think like, okay, so we not everybody had the same scenario, but situation, but a lot of people were realizing that they had a little bit of extra money or a little like because they weren't going out to hang out with people because things were shut down or they were still working and getting paid. Sometimes some people were still working full time, some essential workers and stuff like that. Lots of ER nurses and other doctors and stuff like that were making a fuck ton of money, I'm sure, in overtime and stuff like that. And it was kind of like, well, if I want to support, because now everybody's out of work. So yeah, I was thinking about like artists that I liked and things like that, and bands and things that I wanted to support. And I started thinking if I'm gonna buy new clothes, so like the more I've been losing weight, the more I've been buying clothes that fit me better. So if I'm buying clothes that fit me better, do friends of mine make clothes? So, or have clothes that advertise their stuff that I like or think, so I bought a couple of Alan's things. I bought a shirt and a hoodie from a friend of mine, fellow comic, Alan Massenberg, from Proper Bonics podcast. I bought this. I bought a shirt from the Descendants because again, I don't know necessarily if they were like hurting for money, but I want to support it. I want to support them. And their stuff was, I think, the proceeds were actually going towards like frontline workers and stuff like that. So that's basically when I just started spending my money on that stuff. So yeah, I totally understand that mentality. And And even better, if you can design a thing that you think is cool, that you think would look cool on a shirt, I can't argue it. Literally, it's somebody that if we are like-minded in any way, uh, it should be, we should celebrate that part of the connection, whether it be an artistic connection and say like, oh shit, we both like similar shit, or we have like-minded sensibilities or senses of humor or whatever it may be. We like similar art. Here's some art we can wear that is supporting that. So it's cool. I like that. I like wearing art. It's cool. Pounding off in the comment. What's going on, guys? How's it going? You need a Karen approved shirt. You're right. Karen approved shirt. Absolutely. Like, wait, is that the thing that like that's the text you wanted to say? I got to tell you, Karen, probably not going to go with that one. But if that's what you're talking about, like saying like Karen approved, because like that would be strange. But so I don't know. It's one of those artists helping artists is a cool thing, but honestly, if it's shirts or if it's masks, that'd be cool. I mean, that would make sense, right? But again, you kind of want something, but nothing is evergreen. I'm learning that more and more. Nothing really is evergreen. You're gonna kind of have what already exists. You have merch, Karen? That's cool. Okay, well, I'll buy a Karen approved shirt. I don't know how that's gonna play. Are you sure that's a good idea? Karen approved? That might be bad timing. But yeah, back to the playlist. We'll get back to the merch thing. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But either way, don't break your asshole about it, other Ron. If you feel inspired to do that, I would greatly appreciate and support whatever design you have, whatever the design is. I got it. I'm on it. That's the merch idea. It has to be John approved though, because he's associate producer and he's going to send it over for the okay from John. He's the art director also. Is that a thing? Art director? I'm just putting two words together and saying that's what people are. Karen, you're the approval agent. I don't know. That approval agent is definitely a Karen job for sure, right? Jesus Christ. But yeah, hold on, we got some more pounding off here. Cody's pounding off here. Karen, the internet has not been kind to your identity. I'm sure you're great though. She's absolutely great. And that's the unfortunate part is Karen, like Karen that Karen right there. Karen approved things, I would assume, have some weight to it. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe you don't have the exact same sensibility or same sense of style as Karen, but overall, Karen's a cool broad. I'm willing to give that a more of a listen than a Karen's review. Like if it's Karen approved, you know what I mean? But Karen approved, who knows? So who knows? John's pounding off. John Montag, GDP, Ass Pro, and Art Dick. See what I did? Accidentally. You did that. We did that. See that? That's what happens when artists come at the same time. Hold on. Together. They come together. They make playlists. We make merch. Rising tides raise all ships. Guys, we're all stuck in the snow together here. We all bleed the same color. Hold on. So that was an addition. Biggie Smalls to the playlist. It's a big swing, but like I said, other ones on the list are Metallica, Limp Bizkit. You're gonna have to have things from a different. I didn't want it all just to be classic rock. I don't want it all just be like old white guy bands, because Limp Bizkit technically now is an old white guy band. Unfortunately, they're getting into classic rock era. Kid Rock, not on the playlist. I'm not doing those swings. They may like more of Kid Rock's songs. It's not all about your grandparents, John. They're all gonna die, just like the rest of us. So in the meantime, I'll tell you about an elimination from the playlist. Somebody that's been taken out of contention completely. And sorry, other runs pounding off here. I'm still standing by Smashing Pumpkins for recognizability. Probably considered an old white guy band by now, though. Okay, well, I don't know if did I actually have them on there. I thought because I remember other run. I remember you gave me a bunch of them, and then I was like, okay, cool. I'll add all those to the list. And then you were like, wait, I didn't really understand what the playlist is. What were we talking about again? And then I told him about it. So I can't remember if I may have taken them off thinking that you wanted me. So if you want, I'll add them to the contention. Hey, Smashing Pumpkins. I got Nirvana on there. I still got to check those guys out. Smashing Pumpkins. Wait, because I remember making that same thing. I said pumpkins before. That's probably somewhere here on the list, and I'm just too confused to see it right now. But I'll add them on to consideration. Manny's pounding off in the comments. That's future WWE Hall of Famer Limp Bizkit. Oh, are they getting added? That's something that Manny was furious about, that they weren't in the Hall of Fame. Or are you just saying that they will be added? I don't know. Have they been announced that they will be added, or are you just saying in the future? You know they will. I know they will. We all know that. Come on. But Limp Bizkit has absolutely secured their place in the playlist, because I think unless your grandparents or aunts, as John was talking about, are not cool, like. I mean, then who gives a fuck if they like it? Then you can just tell them, Grandma, get with the fucking times. Limp Bizkit fucking rules. Get over yourself. Hopefully this year. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're all hoping. We're all wishing. Pray for Limp Bizkit. But somebody that won't be making the list is a little known band by the name of Devo. Holy shit. I think Devo sucks. I had no idea Devo sucked. This is the weirdest thing. I love Mark Mothersbaugh. I love the work that he's done with cartoons. I really do love some Devo songs. Maybe. But the majority of the 10 are like, what the fuck is this? And I don't know if it's the exact same way I feel about like the Talking Heads, because the Talking Heads still have some songs that I actually really love, but there was a lot of songs on that they just sound so fucking dated, and not in a fun nostalgia way, but in a way of like, what the fuck is this? Why did people ever like this? And I'm Devo shaming. I know that, it's clear, but I could not stand to listen to most of it. That was fucking infuriating. That would definitely be distracting to me personally at a party. But for the most part, like, are those the guys? Yeah, they're the ones that did Whip It. They have the weird, like the red hats on and stuff like that. Oh no. Red hats. Holy shit. Devo. Googling this. Just doing a quick Google. Devo red hats. They haven't marketed this. Look at this. The OG red hats. Holy fuck. Can you believe that? Devo, the OG red hats. Maybe that's why I was so thrown off by them. I know that was probably reversed for everybody watching on the stream, and I'm sorry, but it was, I hope it may have said DER, but it was RED. So red hats on those. Is it safe to say I'm not devoted, John? You're absolutely right. John, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Or maybe, and also if you could just resign at position of ass pro and art dick, please. Other Ron's pounding off. Devo was very influential, but in all practicality, they're not one of the good. They're not that good unless you consider the time when they were released stuff. I'm not a fan personally. Yeah, well, that was other Ron pounding off in the comments, and I agree. I feel like it's all right, John. It's okay. There's a there's a timestamp on it for sure. There's not there. Belle Biv DeVoe. Okay, now we're talking. I honestly, I'm almost certain they're a band that I am only aware of their hit, Poison. So I'll check out Belle Biv DeVoe. And also, is that how you spell it? Or is this just phonetic? Because I'm sure we'll get an autocorrect. That's the one time the fucking chat doesn't autocorrect. It's making you all look like assholes except for Manny. But Belle Biv DeVoe was out. I'll give him a shot. Actually, I added a wild card, a contender in the playlist. It was Tyrone Davis. He's a personal love of mine. And that was too big of a swing. So Biggie is one where I was like, if maybe not everybody knows it, it's just got a good like musical core to it. The beat, the composition of it, everything. Like it's the way that the beats were constructed and stuff like that. The music used to sample for those, I feel like has more of a musical core to it, to where like live instruments and stuff like that may connect with older people like me, you know. But it's also like I also just like them as Biggie songs. So if they're just background noise as a party, they may not like strike up too much conversation. But also there's definitely the subject matter. If it's a lull in the party and people are hearing lyrics, you might have a tough conversation. Let me know how it plays out. So play it at your party and then get back to me with your research. Kraftwerk is similar to Devo in that regard. Kraftwerk. Actually, I'll check them out in that sense. Just Kraftwerk. Just to see if I like that band. I don't know. I mean, because I might like them more because I figured out that I liked Electric Light Orchestra in making this playlist, and I didn't realize how much I liked them until I heard that their top 10 most popular songs on Spotify. But Devo is just not the kind of band that is. I don't feel like it was. It was too jarring, just for me, even just playing it in the background. And it was just kind of like, what the fuck is it? It was hard not to do that. But whereas like Biggie and stuff like that, again, unless there's specific lyrics sung, I feel like there's going to be a majority rule, hopefully at the party, that most people like the song over not liking the song. Kraftwerk is OG electronic music from Germany. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, I'll check it out. It doesn't matter. Doesn't make no difference. But Devo out, Biggie in. Another one that's in, and maybe I was not going alphabetically, but this just happened to be the two artists that I added to the playlist. The Bee Gees. Actually, I found this out too. Not the Bee Gees, Bee Gees. Bee Gees. Just Bee Gees. They had enough. I'm gonna be disappointed. That's okay. I don't care. That's fine. I mean, so okay, so what you're saying is Devo is the better version of Kraftwerk. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I got time, dude. It's fucking snowing, bro. And honestly, if I can help with the merch too, I remember I just had a quick flashback to me saying, "Hey, Ron, go ahead and design some merch. Go for it." If I can help at all, I don't mean to just go like do this. But absolutely, spelled backwards merch is the way to go. Sorry, that's how my mind works. Bee Gees added to the playlist because all the songs that at least that I knew for sure, I loved, just because they're fun. They're just fun game. It's just a good beat. It's just Staying Alive. Actually, Staying Alive was on the playlist twice. It's on their top 10 most popular songs. I don't know if that's a better argument for them, or if it's just the fact of like maybe but it was only one repeat. There's very rarely, if there's two songs that are repeated in their top most popular songs, that means it was added to a soundtrack, and sometimes those get as many plays as their like from their album version, or it's like a remastered version and the original version, like stuff like that. It doesn't, but they're Staying Alive. Sorry, I believe it is. Staying Alive is low on the list and high on the list. I feel like that's cool as shit. That's weird. And that both of them are like, one of them's from like, I think the best of, and one of them's from the album. And it's like, yeah, because like Staying Alive is a fucking great song. It's iconic. Hey, Cupcake, what's going on, buddy? Charles is here. We're talking playlist right now. I just added Bee Gees and Biggie to the Spotify contenders playlist. So if you'd like to check that out, I will share this right here. Yeah, Bee Gees are awesome. Manny's loving them. Oh wait, that's the YouTube. But never mind. But let me get the playlist link here. It's earlier in the chat, but you weren't here, so let me find that for you, buddy. Bee Gees are added because I think overall it's not like they were like, it's not just the hits. Like even some of the songs that I feel maybe aren't as popular. Maybe I knew them because of other things that maybe I follow. There we go. Boom. There you are. There is Outcast. Come on. Nobody said Outcast yet? Come on. 3-6 Mafia, you think? You think everybody's ants would like 3-6 Mafia? 3-6 Mafia. We'll try them out. That one might be a bigger swing. I don't know. I don't know if it would be like, who knows? I don't know if this is, because again, this is the playlist that's supposed to be played at any gathering, no matter what, except for the gathering of the Juggalos. It's not a Juggalo list. It has nothing to do with ICP. And stop saying that. Also, Charles, we're thinking about merch. If you think of any kind of item, merch item that we're gonna, I was asking Ron if he would be kind enough, Ron Barindro, if he would be kind enough to design a logo, some kind of merch item that I could do, but I don't know what item I should use. So Charles is another person who I really appreciate his insight on merch. We have very similar in taste. We are going to get matching Todd Bertuzzi jerseys, and we're going to wear them when everything's back to normal and we start our comedy duo on stage at the Comedy Zone. Look out for that. Charles doesn't even know about it yet, but it's called Cupcake and Cupcake. But if you think of any kind of merch that you would like to see, let me know. Ron's pounding off in the comments. Motherfucking toast. Motherfucker has me in the first part. Then he said 3-6 Mafia. Right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can, like, Outcast for sure. 3-6 Mafia. I don't know. Socks and hoodies, shirts, vapes. I don't know if I could do vapes. I would be nervous about making like a mechanical thing like that, in case, like, because like you do hear about those, like the batteries to them like exploding every once in a while. Shirts, that's pretty obvious. I could probably do shirts. Socks, yeah, why not socks? I wear socks. You wear socks. We all wear socks, right? Yeah, why not? We could do that. So any of those things, whatever Ron and John come up with, they will go on whatever, any of those items, except for probably vapes. I probably won't do vapes. Hoodies, we all love hoodies. Who doesn't love a hoodie? But Bee Gees, very secure in the playlist. I feel very confident that even the songs that you may not recognize, you're gonna like. I guarantee it. So last artist that I have eliminated from contention, and I don't know how this is going to be taken, because I feel like this is not a direct attempt to avoid it being 100% just classic rock bands or old white people music or whatever it may be, but I personally, and maybe this will be reconsidered and I'll have other people, maybe I'll take it up with the High Council, but Fleetwood Mac kind of fucking sucks. Like, if it was a top 5, yeah, they're in. But top 10, weak. Their top 10 is pretty weak. Not the weakest, but it's pretty weak. So I maybe, I don't know. Beeper holders, cell phone clips, rollerblades. Dude, if I could get merch, rollerblades as merch, I would love to do cassette tape somehow. That'd be cool as fuck. Or like cat leashes. Specifically have just such a niche art. So I know, like, most likely at this point, just to preserve my ego, I feel like maybe I should have I should just do something so niche and so like down just like a completely different lane, just knowing that I'm only going to sell like 3 or 4 of them in just that hope. Or maybe I should go against my better judgment and my dumb, terrible business brain and go, hey, why don't you just get things people are actually saying they want to wear? I love how I immediately put it up to, hey guys, tell me what you want me to design. And then you're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, or something you guys would hate and never want to get. Immediately, that's how my brain goes, just because I want to be a terrible idiot all the time. Again, Florida man, I got to fight the instinct inside, but I can't help it. Nudie pens would be a great idea, John. Nudie pens? Oh man. I I remember I got one of I think I've had 2 of those in my entire life. And I remember I remember the first one I think I ever saw was like my brother had one and I knew where he kept it. And I would always go to that spot and I would find it and I would go and like and just it was like it was like like that was the original GIF, I think, was like nudie pens. You turn it around and then like you just like, oh my, and then you could see the outline of the thing or whatever, but it was just like perfect. Like, holy shit. Now it's just I'm just holding a naked lady in my hand and on a pen. And I remember thinking like, who actually writes with these? I remember one time I actually tested it and I was like, holy shit, this is actually, and maybe that's where I get my deep-seated need for like having gifts and or things that I get like be practical. I love practical gifts. Again, if I can help a buddy of mine out by buying some of their merch and promoting their thing because I happen to really like the design or feel of their merch or thing, you know what I mean? Like whatever they're selling it on, like that's a win-win. So if I can look at a nude lady while I'm writing, actually, she's not even, I can't remember how it goes. So let me actually look up a nude lady pen. Guys, I might get distracted. You might lose me for a little bit. Bear with me here. Nude. See now, and I want this to be known. This computer has stayed clear of porn. So I'm going to keep it simple to a search. I've done very well of keeping all porn off of a work computer. My work computer, this one that I use for Baby Mermaid Productions, I have been very clear. No Pornhub, no any hubs except for YouTube, buddy. Okay? So nude lady pen is exactly what I'm typing in. Keep it as pure as possible. Naked lady pen. Okay, you get it. So you write it. So she's upside down. So she's naked. Hold on. She's clothed when you're writing, and then she's naked when you turn it upside down. See, that's a practical nude lady pen. Naked lady pen. Sorry. If you're going by Google. You can buy like a box of them. This lady's stacked. Holy shit. There's different ladies? Yeah, see, I knew this was going to happen. This box here, it's like a little display. I'll show you right here. Hold on. It'll probably be backwards, but it says tip and strip. Look at that. I just showed boobs on Instagram. I don't care. It happens. That's fucking crazy. Hold on. There we go. Naked lady pens are fucking nuts. I like that. I think that's just a practical way to get your porn, to get something down on the piece of paper, and then that way like I'm not a creep. Like when they're writing with the pen, you're like, this guy's not a pervert. He just likes a lady in lingerie on his pen. But then you could take it into the back room and you look it over and go, little does he know, the clothes come right off. Who doesn't love a pen? Are they ballpoint? Huh? Wait, did 3-6 Mafia sing that ass and titties song? I take it back. I take back my last content. All right, so we got Other Ron straight up taking back his refusal to allow 3-6 Mafia into the contenders playlist. So either way, I wrote it on the list. So 3-6 Mafia will be up for consideration. That computer is about to have 100 viruses. Yeah, naked lady pens. Watch out. One for work and one for jerk. Am I right? That's absolutely wrong. Like, John, maybe that's the merch. If there's somehow that I can print whatever design Ron makes onto a pen, but also have the naked lady on the pen, right? Or can you just print that? There's got to be a way. We got to figure this out. But I'm telling you, that's the way to go. That or hoodies, either way. So, what else? Oh yeah, sorry. Fleetwood Mac. Speaking of naked lady pens, Fleetwood Mac. You're going to be the naked lady in the pen. Fair warning. I love that idea. That's where we go from it. And then Baby Mermaids is written backwards, right? Mirrored, as you would say. And like I love how professional I try to appear. And then they're like, just mirror the image. And I'm like, cool. How do you do that? I just turn it immediately into everyone's grandparent, just trying to work their FaceTime. And they're like, what do I do? How come I just see the TV? It's not going to help. If you have naked lady pens, then you need nude dude pens. Oh, I think that's where we're going. Nude dude pens is where we're going to go, because I'm going to be the naked lady, maybe as a mermaid. Oh my God. See? This is crowdsourcing your merch into something that's practical. If we make nude dude pens for Baby Mermaid Productions or GDP Live, actually, I think it's more for GDP Live. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm happy to hand pens out. If anybody, honestly, I remember I went through, I don't know if I have it here. I might have actually used it, but I met a comic one time, and this is not to say, I will tell you that I don't remember his name. So obviously it didn't work as far as like a marketing tool, but as far as like handing out pens, I kept the fuck out of that pen. So it definitely reeks of that marketing, like they do with, like, you see a lot of times on billboards where they're like, your customer just drove past. If you have a business, you could have just had your business's name here, and then you would have more customers by now. It's just shame marketing. I like the shame marketing. I like it because it works. It's one of those things that, like, you want to make fun of the guy that's handing out pens because you're like, you're a comic. Why are you handing out pens? Because comics write. What are you doing? You're networking with other comics. Hey, need a pen? Yeah, I got a pen. There you go. It's just smart. And then they have it, and then it's in their pocket. I know this sounds like all like 60s like fucking businessman like lingo, or I don't even know what this actually sounds like. I don't know, but it to me, in my brain, it fucking works, because somebody reaches for a pen, they got your thing on it, and I for sure have that pen somewhere. Now, I will say, if you don't have the greatest let's say company behind the name on the pen, maybe you will be memorized. Maybe you will be more remembered as the comic guy who gave you a pen, as opposed to the actual name on the pen. But I'd like people to remember both, to go like, holy shit, this pen's great. Where did I get? Oh my God, Baby Mermaid Productions. This is such a cool design. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe I'm way off, but t-shirts, hoodies, vapes, nude dude pens. What's the best one? You be the judge. Who knows? Karen's pounding off. Yes, definitely nude dude pens. That's okay. So then we're building merch live on the show. Sounds smart and effective to me. It really is. Like it sounds like I want to make fun of myself for how efficient it is. This is a conversation I have multiple times with Dominique about her pursuing her interest, or pursuing her career, her personal career, is when she has moments of growth, or she has something where she is like proud of, she feels insecure about sharing it with people, sometimes maybe some of her peers, possibly because of the fact that she doesn't want it to feel like she's bragging. And it's like, you earn that. You earn that thing, and you got to that place on your own. You got to there by trusting your instinct and like doing what you feel is right. And that's why you accomplish the things you accomplish. So when you do have something like that, when I do think of a very effective idea that I actually truly enjoy, my first instinct is to make fun of myself, But really, it's just kind of like one of those things of like, no, that's just smart, effective marketing. You should do that. So it's something that I like. So fuck it. But I want something else to come out of it. I want it to be even more practical. So if I can advertise other people as well, why not? I'd be honored to do that. And also, I'd be happy to use it on the fucking show. I use pens I have a whole fucking little jar of pens here that I use. I write too much. I hate trees. Apparently. Hold on a second. I got a word for that. I wish that they were all Phyllis. I wish they were all Phyllis. It means leafless trees. Did you know that, Karen? Crowdsourced, community-driven merch is the only real merch out there. Fuck yeah, other Ron. And the more and more we're talking about it, the more and more I fucking love the idea. Like that's the thing is that's how I know it's a good idea, at least for me. Because if worst case scenario, I order a fuck ton of pens that never sell and I just have pens for the rest of my life. And if that's the worst case scenario, and pens that look fucking cool. I don't give a shit. New dude pens absolutely are on the way. That's the merch. That's what I want to do. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it in a pandemic, but I want that to do. Preach on Premium Ron. I like Premium Ron. John, Aspro and Art Dick, John, Montag, Montague Comedy, Montague spelled, Montag said, coming up big, pounding off hard in the comments. Hard in the comments. I appreciate it, bud. Ooh. I'm pounding off hard in the microphone. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. Cody, I'm not going to make urinal quakes. I do appreciate it. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. That's practical, but also, I don't know if that's okay. I stopped spitting my gum down the toilet because I feel like there's something. I mean, like I poop in there, obviously, but I don't know. Like poop breaks down. Gum doesn't break down. Call me crazy. I don't know how much more I want to put in my toilet. That's what I'm saying. So urinal cakes, I don't know how much more chemicals and things I want to put in there. I want to keep the world beautiful. But those are the additions officially and subtractions from the Contenders playlist. I know I didn't get through a lot, but I'm going to have a ton of time. We're going to bake some bread. We're going to make some soup. I'm making chicken and yellow rice for dinner. We're going to have a great night here at the George household. But in the meantime, I wanted to there's been something that's kind of been like following me through all of my timelines. It's been anytime I go to Reddit, I feel like it pops up. Every time that I go to Instagram, it pops up. And no matter what, whatever the targeted marketing for these articles and these stories, I feel like there's someone wants me to learn about the blue ringed octopus. So I follow, obviously I've explained it a couple times on the show, but I'll reiterate. My timeline is basically it's some butts, but it's mainly sanctioned fighting and then sea creatures, kittens, and that's pretty much it. And aliens, whatever. So I want, or cats, obviously. But I will say, hold on a second. Let me get to the story I had. So the blue ringed octopus is, if I may, I'll just bring up a picture of the blue ringed octopus. It's so a lot of my I wanted to talk about, like, I've been, one of my favorite animals, or one of my favorite stories, like in my personal experience, has been learning that the giant squid is a real creature. It's a real live thing. And I love cephalopods in general. The nautilus, the fucking cuttlefish, the octopus, and the squid, like all four types of cephalopod are the shit to me. I find them endlessly entertaining and interesting. And I was super excited to find out when the giant squid turned out to be a real creature, like a thing of legend, being a real live thing was so cool to me. It's like discovering Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, or anything like that. So any cephalopod news or story that shows up on my timeline, I'll browse a little, I'll check it out. But this one, for some reason, I don't know, I just never really like checked it out. I never read up on it, and then it just keeps fucking showing up. And I'll show you here, blue ringed octopus. I'm gonna bring up images. It's a really fucking cool looking thing. So we got the blue ringed octopus here. There it is. It's probably backwards, I know, on the stream and everything, but it's the most deadly octopus is what it says here, even with this picture. The most deadly octopus, where I didn't necessarily, in all my reading of the octopus, I never really realized that any of them were really that deadly. They've always, like, most of the book I'm reading in particular, The Soul of the Octopus, is mainly about the consciousness of octopus and relationships built with octopus in captivity, in the wild, all this other stuff. And mainly in captivity at I believe it's the New England Aquarium or Boston Aquarium. But extremely interesting book. I keep reading it in chunks because the amount of information or like story, I just like fucking eat it up. It's one thing that I actually am very drawn to, but I've started to read things differently now, where as I read them, if I don't understand something, I try to look stuff up. So a lot of times, so it just turns into a lot of work. So I take long breaks in between, but it takes a while to process a lot of the information because of the amount of information that there really is. So something like the blue ring octopus is there's just 1, 2, 3, like 4 paragraphs here explaining it, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll read that because I really wasn't so interested in learning about it because I had so much more to process about the nice octopus that aren't poisonous, that aren't going to kill you. So the 4 species of blue ringed octopuses, and that is the correct plural, not octopi, are small predators that live in tide pools and shallow rocky reefs throughout the Western Pacific and Indian Oceans. They reach lengths, including the arms, of only 8 to 10 inches, and are named for the bright blue circles that they display on their bodies and arms. They are one of the most venomous octopus species in the world. So I knew, I don't know if anybody else is aware, octopus have venom. They also have beaks, much like squid. Like, it's fucking crazy shit. So, or squid, you know what I mean? Like, it's nuts. All the things that are there. The platypus is obviously very interesting, but the octopus is basically a fucking alien. They can change their color when they go to different spots, you know, like a chameleon kind of thing. Because they're of all the senses, like all the I want to say sensors, but it's not, you know what I mean? Like the pheromone. I can't think of the fucking word. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just too much. It's too much science for me. But because of the chemicals in their skin, they can change color to whatever they're on to protect themselves as a camouflage, obviously, even though they are technically colorblind. They can change color to match whatever they're on, but they're colorblind. How do you not think that that's a fucking alien? I don't know if the blue ring octopus can do that, but regular ones can. The rings on the southern blue-ringed octopus are particularly vivid when an individual is threatened or agitated. In addition to the bright blue rings, these octopuses are famous for having extremely potent venom that can be strong enough to kill a person. Why was I avoiding reading about these things? I don't know when I'm going to end up in those parts of the ocean in tide pools, but now that I know this, I'm not going to end up in those spots. So I'm glad I definitely read about this. I'm definitely glad I read about this. There is currently no known antivenom to treat the person who has been bitten. What the fuck? Hold on, we got other Ron's pounding off. Chris Wood did a great episode on on octopi. Yeah. It's a fucking. I didn't know that he did one on octopus. That's fucking crazy. There's a I know he did the one with the platypus. I remember that one. I listened to that one. I didn't know he did one on octopus. That's fucking crazy. I'll have to listen to that. But the southern blue-ringed octopus is restricted to the southern coast of Australia. See, that's why I don't think I'm ever going to really come in contact with them, because I've said some weird shit about Australians, and I'm sure that's going to be my Me Too one day. But there's the southern blue-ringed octopus is restricted to the southern coast of Australia, where it feeds primarily on small crustaceans, including shrimps and crabs. It can use its venom to immobilize its prey by either two methods: biting the prey and injecting the venom directly into the wound, or releasing a cloud of venom into the water, which enters the potential prey through its gills. Southern blue-ringed octopuses are only a threat to humans when they feel threatened and directly bite someone. So apparently the cloud of venom can't really do anything to us unless we suck it up. The southern blue-ringed octopuses reproduce through internal fertilization, and a female lays beneath. Wait, what is this? Benthic eggs. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to look it up. Benthic. Hold on. That's BENTHIC. Benthic. Because if they've been pregnant, they've been thick, right? They get thick when they're pregnant. You know what I mean? These blue ring octopus, they get thick. That's only one C though. Benthic eggs that she guards until they hatch, sometimes as long as several months. During this time, she does not leave her nest to feed for any reason, for any other reasons. Wow. Like all octopuses, southern blue-ringed octopuses are short-lived, and females only reproduce once in their lifetime. Wow, you hear that, Karen? While guarding the eggs, females become weak, and they die soon after the eggs hatch. Wow. So, that's fucking crazy. If I do happen to ever end up in the southern coast of Australia, I will definitely look out for the blue-ringed octopus, because I don't want to get bit. I don't mind if they shoot the spray at me, but if they bite me, it's over. So cephalopods, just Google cephalopod and then hit news, and you're gonna find fucking crazy shit all the time. I've said it a million times, and I'll say it a million more. The ocean is way more interesting than space. Stop looking into space. Who gives a fuck? We have aliens already. They can change color, and they don't know what color is. What the fuck? Or we don't know that. We don't know if they don't know what color is. We don't know what they know, but they know shit. They're definitely the smartest thing in the ocean, for sure. I was scared of whales before, but now I didn't know octopus were necessarily venomous to humans. You know what I mean? The ocean is space. Yeah, I've said it a million times. It is space. Fish breathe water. That's boring to you now? How could that be? I don't understand that. But either way, cephalopods, I highly suggest any cephalopod talk on the show at any time. But in the meantime, actually I have to look up benthic. Sorry. I'm surprised John didn't say something along the lines of, like, I guess maybe I beat him to the punch with that. But let me look up benthic. Of relating or occurring on the bottom of a body of water. Oh, okay. In the depths of the ocean. Okay, so they lay them down real thick. Let's see here. Benthic zone. So it looks like, just laying your eggs deep in deep water. Okay, cool. Good to know. Now I know what benthic means. But I was just saying, because she was pregnant, she been thick, right? Is it what I did? Okay. I'll check out Craftworks, but hey, we are almost at the end of the show, and it is going to snow. It actually already is. So it's already begun to snow. I started a time lapse camera. Like I said, I was doing the Human Interaction podcast with Andrew Hambone Hamilton last night. Ambozo himself, old Hitler tits and slender hips. He told me, he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to set up a time lapse camera he said he thought about doing it. And when he said that, I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I'm stealing that idea and I'm going to do it as well. So we look for 2 different time lapse edits of the snow, because if you're not sick of the snow yet, you will be when all of us show this, all our videos. I doubt that Manny probably follows Hambone, and I don't know if I do actually. But either way, you'll see at least a couple time lapse snow accumulations videos, I'm sure. It's snowing in New Jersey. Oh my God, John! I thought it was wet ass rain. Either way, John, you do a snow accumulation video too. We'll have a 3-way. But to close out the show, I'm very excited to announce today's word of the day, which is going to be accompanied by some music. It gives me a little bit of time so I can put up the graphic, basically. But Pat's word of the day today, we had a jam-packed word of the day on Monday. But because I was so excited about the graphic that John made, again, shout out to Handsome John for doing such wonderful work with the photoshops for the show. Associate Ask Pro and Art Dick, John Montag himself, is so nice and so kind to take time out to make these backward ass fucking promos that I told him to fucking mirror. I don't know why he didn't mirror them, but Cody, trust me, I'm on it. Okay? I am on it. John, get your shit together. Either way, today's word of the day is interesting because it's almost like it's show related. It's almost like maybe wordgenius.com has been listening to the show and has been very interested to maybe, I don't know, hone in on some of the success. Maybe they want a new dude pen for free. And I don't know, dude, but I'm definitely looking for sponsorship from Spotify. So if wordgenius.com, you want to dip your finger in this here pie, come do it. Either way, I want to give you a quick recap of the litany of words. I think I used that correctly, that we had from Monday. And Karen, I don't know if you were here. You did miss it. So that's why I wanted to recap it real quick for you, because this is very, there's a ton of them. And I'm pretty sure you probably would have known some of them. So I'll quickly give you a recap. One of the words was camber, C-A-M-B-E-R. And that is, for those of you that don't know, is technically the curve in the road. It's a curve in a surface so that it won't collect water. It's designed that way. I don't know if you knew that was C-A-M-B-E-R, camber. I didn't really like that word. I don't know when I'm going to use it a ton. But again, I think word of the day, I figured out like what the actual like appeal is. And it is directly so that you can show off. That's what it is. You can show off by saying like, oh, look at the camber in the road. And somebody has to go. So either it's like this, again, with the more I've been playing chess, the more I'm learning, like a lot of chess is kind of just making the other person look like a dickhead. And that's kind of like, or making them think you know what you're doing, or maybe making them think, what do you know what you're doing? Or maybe I'm just putting too much thought into it, much like my octopus book. But either way, camber seems like a show off word. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily do that one. The next one was mean, which is M-I-E-N, which turns out M-I-E-N is pronounced mean, and it is essentially just short for, it's abbreviation for the word demeanor. It's somebody's demeanor. they're mean. So if they have a mean, much like I think John Montag showed pounded off in the comments that day, you can have a mean. You can have a mean man. I don't know. The next one, I hate saying this word, so I will spell it, but I hate saying it, and I want that to be known. Fliver. Flivver. Fliver. And just to give sorry, I forgot the alternate definition that Manny gave for mean, M-I-E-N, which at first I thought was Maine, much like chow mein. And he said chow mein, or Maine means Asian spaghetti. So I guess lo mein is Asian spaghetti. I didn't realize that. But flivver is Flivver. And it's basically just a piece of shit car. Flivver, I don't like that at all. I don't like saying it. I don't like having to explain to somebody or someone. Like it would be more uncomfortable to have to explain to somebody that they have a piece of shit car twice. So I don't know if I like flivver as much as I like some of the other ones. I love mean because of the abbreviation, but I don't know. But when it comes to flivver, it just I brought up the fact that it kind of just sounds like how a little kid would tell you they have a sliver. I have a flivver. Can you help me? I have a flivver. And it makes me feel silly saying it. And that's why I don't think words should necessarily do that unless you want to feel silly. Silly. Sorry, I need a little drink drop. Hold on.
Fuck 'em.
So flivver, I don't like it. Next word, I used it earlier. Very proud of this one. Very, very happy to use this one. A Phyllis. I know you probably know this one. I that's a weird way to say that. I'm sure you know the way to say this, Karen, or what this means. But a Phyllis is APHYLLOUS. I had no idea. I thought it was just one singular Phyllis. Turns out it means something else. A Phyllis means leafless trees. Leafless trees without leaves, they're a Phyllis. It has to do with botany. I'm assuming you knew that because you knew the other one with the sprouts, whatever that one was. I can't remember what that word was, but I didn't like that one either. And then finally, excuse me, Jesus fucking Christ. The last word of the day that we did on Monday was super fishies. I loved saying this word as much as I hated saying flivver. I loved saying super fishies. And super fishies was one of those weird things. They're weird ones that has like a couple different meanings. It had and not just ones that we made up, like a couple different meanings existing already, which was one of them is just simply a surface. So let's say the superficies of the roads were had a camber to it. The camber of the road was technically that it was the superficies of the road was camber. See, you know what I mean? Like if you try to use too many of them in a word, you're going to sound, I don't know if I use that right. I don't know if that's an effective use of both of those words in one sentence, but they don't really combine them a lot. I mean, they don't even know if they're using a lady for the examples or a guy. So, and that's fine. Go back and forth if you want. Do whatever you want, wordgenius.com. But let's have a little consistency here. I also figure Dorito flavored goldfish would be super fishies. That was just a personal note of mine. But I'm sure goldfish is probably like,
take it easy and stay off my side.
They don't want me making new flavors of Doritos goldfish. So, but today's word of the day is one that I'm very excited because at first glance, I thought it was a drop. I straight up thought this was a drink drop direct from GDP.
Solidarity!
That's how it looked to me when I first read it. I read it. But at closer inspection, SODALITY. 100% transparency here, guys. I thought SODALITY was
solidarity.
That's not good. That's that Florida education coming back out. That's a little sprout coming out of my head saying, yeah, that's definitely what that word is, Pat. SODALITY is solidarity. That's what it is. But I don't think it is. So I'm going to try to sound it out. SODALITY. Sodality? Sodality? Kind of sounds like adultery, like in that vein, maybe. Sodolatry? Is this like a sodality? Oh boy, the picture for it is a dude with one of those little scepter things from Indiana Jones. You know, he put it up in the thing, and the sun came through it. It's a guy. It looks like one of those pedophile dudes holding a thing. Here, look. I don't know. Can you see that? All right. So sodality. Let's see if that's right. Hold on.
Sodality.
Sodality. That guy's such a fucking man. Oh man. He fucking cut into that one. I like this.
Sodality.
Sodality. Hold on a second. We got Karen pounding off in the comments. She knows what sodality is. I was a member of my church's sodality. Oh, I nailed it. Okay. Oh, that's just salty soda. That's what John's pounding off in the IG Live. Again, you got to follow IG Live at Baby Mermaid Productions. You can pound off in the comments. You can ask to join live. You can we erase the video at the end of the show. The video on YouTube is the only one that remains, and you're gonna miss stuff after that, like, because that's not gonna live on that's living on in infamy on YouTube forever, John. Hilarious. It's just salty soda. Sodality.
Sodality.
It is it's a noun. It is French. It's early 17th century. And let's see here. It is a confraternity or association, especially a Roman Catholic religious guild or brotherhood. So you are in a guild or brotherhood, Karen? You are in a brotherhood, but you ain't a brother, Karen. What the fuck? How'd you make it into the sodality? All right, so examples of sodality in a sentence. The sodality ran a toy drive with a local elementary school in every December, to lure boys to their church. Wait a minute. I added that last part. Many of traditions started by the sodality 200 years ago are still in practice and highly, highly outdated. Also added to that one. So obviously, I have my opinion about this one. Not a big one. I like salty soda better. I don't know how many salty sodas there are, but sodality would absolutely be a fitting name for those. I like that a lot. Cameron's pounding off for the Blessed Mary. I was the group. It was the group for girls. Excuse me. For the Blessed Mary. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that too, right? Probably something to do with Jesus Christ. Church is dumb. Sodality. I don't like that. Especially the thing, like, it's so. Isn't church a sodality? Church is a sodality already. But they call it church. They call it a congregation. So a congregation and a sodality are the same thing. I don't understand it. And specifically in the definition, it says brotherhood. So sorry, Karen. I don't think you're in a sodality. I think you're actually wrong for once in your life, Karen. Karen, not approved. You're saying it wrong. Sodality? No, I'm not. He said, listen to the fucking guy. Karen, don't embarrass yourself.
Sodality.
Sodality. Oh, sorry. I have to say it fucking like more of a dud. Sodality is fucking stupid. It's a group within a group, basically. Yeah. It's sodality. Whatever. Sodality. Karen thinks that she was part of a sodality, I think. But turns out she's not. She was just in a group with some lady named Blessed Mary. She was in a band called Blessed Mary. Main group equals church. Subgroup equals Karen and the Lady Touchers. Little Lady Touchers. That's not what they do. Is a subgroup for Baby Mermaid Productions. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. Is there's a so a group within a group. So all right, so Baby Mermaid is the main group. Baby Mermaid Productions is the group, but DM Yabay. Ooh, I like that actually. Hold on a sec. Did I say that? So Karen, help me out with this. How do you pronounce what Mr. Berindro just typed there? DIMREM DMREM why I break I bite right? Why bite? I bite. What is why? You have to say it backwards, and it even sounds cool. It sounds kind of like fucking like evil as shit. You play records backwards and shit. They're like fucking Satan loves you and shit. Babe, no, yes, it's baby. I know that, but how would you say it the other way? Why B A B? How like because if it's sodolatry, how would you say baby backwards? Like what is it? Kebab. Oh, kebab? Oh, no, that's not how you say it. Is it really? Kebab? Abab? Why Bob? I wouldn't. Whatever, Karen. You're not fun. Church is dumb. DM Ram. Yeah, that one's right. Ebob. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. DM Ram Ebob. Fuck yeah, dude. That sounds cool as shit. I might change the name of the show to DM Ram Ebob. Thank you, John, for helping the show right here at the end times of the show. Sorry, I don't think that. But I want it to be known. I appreciate all of you for watching on Instagram Live. I appreciate all of you watching on YouTube. Pounding off in the comments, helping out with merch design. Karen absolutely living up to the stereotype of Karens. Karen, we love you. We're all friends here. You're going to get your new dude pen soon enough. Other Ron's out here. What was it again? What was premium Ron's out here? He's going to be designing a new dude pen for the show. John and my help as much as we can. If you need a model, I'm happy to help. Does wonderful work. Again, follow Ron Berindro on Instagram. Make sure you follow John Montag, follow Karen, follow OG Ron, follow all these, listen to all of their podcasts and all of their things, follow their content that they're putting out there. Just out here ass pro. Oh man. Well, what the fuck? Yes, they will be well hung nude dude pens for sure. And we'll make yours black ink. Don't worry about it, Karen. So I appreciate everybody checking out the show. Please make sure you hit like. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. Check out some more of the content here on the video. We got plenty of playlists, some of the stand-up that I've done down there. We've got other episodes of Gross Domesticated Podcast from the classic episodes that we do and some of the past live episodes. I appreciate everybody hanging out in the Instagram live chat, and I love you all. And I'll see you on Friday. Goodbye.